The film is called Bad Day for the Cut.
Yep. We have here. I don't want to mess with you. we have the actor who plays the main character here in the film, who's a guy you don't mess with. The character, I mean.
You don't know. Maybe the actor you don't mess with either, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to try. I promise.
We don't mess with him.
No, we don't mess with him
either. The actor is with us, Nigel O'Neill. The director of Bad Day for the Cut also has screenwriting credit, Chris Baugh, and the writer-producer Brendan Mullen. Right? Got it all?
Yeah, that's correct.
Bad Day for the Cut. A stolid Irish farmer, right? Sturdy. He's man of few words, would you say, Nigel?
Yeah, very easy and content in his way of life, but when he's put in strange circumstances, things take a funny turn for him. He finds things in himself that he didn't realize he had.
Strengths and or weaknesses, and the ability to go above and beyond.
Yeah, probably. If he thought about it, it would probably scare him. But I mean, he just it's instinctual to him. Whereas when he's put in these situations, these things happen. So,
can we say? Let's maybe talk to the writer. Can we say without? We don't want to give a lot away about this, but what is it that puts this Irishman, this farmer, in such a? What puts him in this situation that he never dreamed he'd be in?
Oh, well, he's a middle-aged Irish farmer who still lives at home with his mother. There's a few people like that back in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And when she gets murdered in what seems like a home invasion, he kind of takes off for Belfast, the big city, where he's only ever been 3 or 4 times in his life, to try and find out who did it. And then as the film goes on, discovers all these kind of dark family secrets and gets wrapped up in this crazy kind of adventure. And
why does he think it's his place to go find out who did this? Why not just leave it to the hands of the good authorities?
Well, that's an interesting question, but I think I mean it's classic revenge tale in that Donal feels that he's kind of duty bound or honor bound to kind of avenge his mother, and I mean he probably does go down a certain path of dealing with the authorities, but ultimately, as Chris mentioned, it seems like a burglary cut and dried. So
I suppose it's like he's not really happy with the job that the authorities are doing.
They just kind of say, well,
yeah. So in a very typical kind of Irish farmer way, he's like, well, I just might as well do it myself. The job's not getting done right, so I'll do it by myself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it? It seems difficult to believe, but I guess there are people like that that have not been to the big city very much. Was it difficult? You're a worldly guy, really, Nigel.
I don't know about that, but no, Donal is not typical, but there's a lot of people up from where we come from who, for whatever reason or another, end up living with one of the parents. So, and they sort of miss things like maybe getting married or whatever, or having some sort of social life. They just get locked into this life that's a farm life. It's a very simple life, and you don't meet a lot of people. You go to your markets and whatever, and that sort of thing. And this is Donal, and he's happy to do that and happy to walk around his garage and tinker with cars and that sort of thing. So that's what he enjoys to do. And
does he not know that he's missing out on anything? He's perfectly happy with that life?
Well, there is hints that he's quite fond of the barmaid down in the local bar. So the very subtle hints. So he's human too. There's a human thing about him, I suppose.
Do you like him?
I love him. I think he's fantastic.
He's a fantastic character.
I think he's brilliant. It was such a joy to play him. So there was so much range to go from simplicity to this crazy situation that he was put into.
And again, I don't. It's one of those kind of movies. I know there are things that are uncovered, and we don't want to give away. Do we find ourselves rooting for this guy in a lot of ways?
I think yes, you do find yourself rooting for him. I mean, I think the whole power of it, or the whole fun of it, is, and it's a lot is down to Nigel's performance, is that he struggles with the whole mission back and forth. He doesn't necessarily like what he's doing, but he's so loyal to his mother and to the memory of his mother that he wants to find. He kind of keeps going from situation to situation with this, and just wants to to find some sort of truth or some type of, to solve what this mystery.
And uncovering depths within himself that he didn't know he had.
That's the thing about Donal. Yeah, he didn't realize that he'd never realized in a million years he'd be in these situations that he was in. So he just thought he was going to be on his farm and go for a drink in the pub. And
that was kind of, for us as writers, one of the fun things that we wanted to do. Even though Donal, maybe to other people lives a kind of, it looks like he lives an odd life. We didn't want to be looking down on him or make it seem like we were making fun of him. He's actually, when you watch the movie, probably the smartest guy in the room, like, in every situation he gets into, and that's part of the fun, watching these gangsters who think they're a lot smarter than him, completely underestimate him at every turn.
Yeah, he's just a simple farm guy.
We can handle it, and then like they really can't. Yeah.
Well, he's a classic underdog in many ways. Donal.
Yeah. Now it's called Bad Day for the Cut. Donal is played by Nigel O'Neill. We have the director, Chris Baugh, here, and also the writer and producer, Brendan Mullen. Have you shown it to the Sundance audiences yet?
Yes. We had our premiere last night at the Egyptian.
Talk about that a little bit.
It was really, really fun. It was really exciting for us. We've been here since Wednesday, so we've been kind of counting down the hours to get to the screening. And the audience were great. They laughed at all the crazy, violent funny action sequences, and
they're kind of. Is there a lot of violence in it?
Not a huge amount.
Oh, come on!
And it's tinged with kind of black humor. There's just enough. There's just enough violence in it.
Yeah, Nigel, are you fairly well-known actor in Ireland?
You've seen his work. You've seen his stuff. You've seen him on Vikings.
Yeah, been in Vikings and Game of Thrones, things like that.
Okay. So you were around, and you were pretty well known in Ireland, I would imagine.
Well, I don't know about that, but I've worked with Chris and Brendan here 4 or 5 times now. So over the past few years, and we have a good working relationship, and they write a lot of crazy stuff.
Is your first time here?
First time to this city, yes. Yeah.
And what was it like for you, the premiere?
It was surreal, really. It's hard to believe that us guys coming from Ireland are actually in Sundance with a film that we made in Belfast. So it's just, still can't believe it. Still pinching myself.
Yeah, we've never seen snow like it.
We haven't seen snow like this in a long time. So.
Yeah, this has been a long time since we've seen a winter like this here. It just we live down in the valley, and we're going, okay, are we going to be spending the night in Park City?
But just to pick up on that, Nigel is well known back home, but we actually wrote the movie for Nigel. We wrote the part of Donal for him. There was never any other kind of actor in mind for that, so we're lucky that he said yes to do it.
Now, is there I know people come to Sundance and they hope that get distribution. This will be shown in Ireland, certainly, and
I definitely hope so. I mean, I think getting into Sundance is such a big thing for us that it obviously, it's almost like a stamp of approval for people and audiences. So audiences will find it back home. And I think they'll enjoy it. I think they'll, audiences in the UK and Ireland will really like Donal and the adventure that he goes on. And
it's also important for us, though, that it has universal appeal. It's very specific to Northern Ireland, but it's also a crazy genre of revenge flick that can appeal to anyone.
It sounds like,
that was the idea we had whenever we wrote it, and I think getting into Sundance proves that it has wings.
It has legs and it travels.
Northern Ireland.
It's got a great title too, "Bad Day for the Cut." Is that something that I should know, or is it?
Probably not.
No?
It's, unless you've ever done any farming in Ireland. No. It's basically just if it's too wet to go out and cut the grass. Someone will say, it's a bad day for the cut. Or it's not a great day for the cut. We just thought Bad Day for the Cut sounded like a cool genre title.
Does.
It rolls off the tongue. It doesn't.
It does.
So
it's great.
Like
it's a bad day for the cut. Maybe I'll go to Belfast and take care of business instead.
Exactly.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck
Thank
with
you.
it. Bad Day for the Cut. Chris Baugh, Brendan Mullen, and Nigel O'Neill. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.